Hello, everyone. What is going on? My name is Tim Petey, and welcome back to Command Me. It's time to once again travel the deep well of command. I don't know. That got away from me. We're gonna build a commander deck for Friedman.
We're gonna go through the eternally expanding card list of Magic the Gathering cards to build a shitty Grixis Wizards deck today.
Yep. So here's Friedman's desired commander, Inalla Archmage Ritualist. She is actually the commander of my girl Kess. My girl Kess originally was printed in her Wizards Precon 2 years ago.
Yeah, and Cats basically stole the show.
Did they though? I feel like cats have died off a lot harder.
No. Sorry, you misheard me. Kess stole the show.
Kess. I thought you said cats.
No. Cats vanished.
Yeah, Kess. So if we go to EDH, well, I'm already on EDH, but as you can see, Nekusar is top spot for Grixis, then Kess, then a 300, 400-ish deck drop down to Inalla. So she actually has come up kind of slowly, because I remember there was a point where she was like halfway up Grixis. So she's slowly worked her way up, but it also doesn't hurt that the only other new ones in the top like 6 are Nicol Bolas, the flip one, who's been climbing and climbing because of the War of the Spark storyline, and Admiral Beckett Brass, who was popular because of pirates, but is now tanking because pirates are she's trash.
Not a good creature.
Because she's not very good.
Yeah, that ability's not worth it either.
And Friedman decided that he wanted to, for whatever reason, build the Wizard Blink combo, not combo, but like Inalla.
Yeah, so I was at a table with a couple buddies, and one of them had bought the Wizard deck and was playing it fresh out of the pack. And at the time I was playing my Sisay deck, and he kept playing every wizard that bounced a creature. So every turn Sisay landed, she got bounced. And it was frustrating. I liked the increasing value of copying the wizards, but at the same time, the precon had no focus, and I'm not sure if that deck had any way to reasonably win.
It certainly didn't.
And part of why it wasn't popular was everyone noted that it was probably out of the box the weakest of the 5 that came out that year, or 4 that came out that year.
Part of the big problem, well, that's also the year where Vampires was there, Edgar was the strongest, and is now like the second most popular commander ever. Dragons are great. As soon as you get 5 mana, that dragon deck starts crushing people. And then Cats, while not super good in the long run, out of the box was pretty good low to the ground aggro, which left this split Wizards deck in the middle where Kess was bringing it towards Spellslinger and Inalla was just Wizards, and then Marisil was bringing it towards like its weird exile thing, because these decks are always built around any possible, like any one of the 3 new commanders can be the commander.
Yeah. Which can lead to a misfocus in the case of Wizard. I know for the other ones, like the vampire deck, a lot of the vampires had lifelink, so they played well for
yeah, Lycia wasn't horrible, although she really wasn't very good.
But it didn't impact like the Edgar Markov strategy. Like there was a life gain sub theme, but the Edgar Markov out of the box was pretty decent.
Exactly. So anyway, Freeman, I guess you decided you saw the Inalla herself and were like, hey, let's build a deck.
I was like, yeah, I don't play enough tribal decks, apparently. Let's do one more.
That's part of the conversation we were just having, where I was like, hey, I should build another tribal deck. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Tribal decks get real old real quick.
Yeah, they do.
I also still have zombies, who are probably the best and my favorite tribe, so...
The one thing I like about going for this one is I'm not running any, like, search your library effects. That's the big thing that's killing Sisay. I think I'm going to retire that deck. It's just not fun.
Yeah, because as soon as you run tutors, you win the same way every time.
Pretty much. The thing with this deck is, and I'm a little concerned, is that Inalla doesn't have a really good way to win. You just need to kind of keep...
It's just value
and then just start tapping wizards.
I mean, that's fair, but at the same time, it's a more interesting thing where you can make... like, her bottom line of text is almost useless, but, I mean, making copies of creatures, there's a lot going on there.
Yeah, this is the kind of deck where I'd bring it to like a multiplayer table, and I don't go in expecting to be top dog, but I expect to be throwing around interactions with the table.
Yep.
A lot of my strategies are a little too uninteractive.
I can understand that. But anyway, why don't we just get started? So I'm on Deck Stats, Deck Builder, and in the other window I have EDH Rec open. Zoomed in a little bit.
I don't know if you can make the one you're building public, so I can just
I mean, I don't
follow
have any
along as I'm
cards in
sitting.
there yet. I can send you the link once it's actually ready, but currently it's an empty list.
All right. Well, we can start by throwing the commander in, and then a couple of the lands I know off the top of my head are going in.
Alrighty, so there's Inalla, and she is the commander. All right, what do you
All
need?
right. So anyone who listened to our last podcast, where we also, or not podcast, our last Command Me episode where we built a previous Grixis build, you heard me rant about the 3 land types I always put in 3-color decks, which are the Shocks, the Checks, and the Scry lands, mostly for budget concerns.
Alrighty, so I also put Command Tower and Crumbling Necropolis in there.
Yeah. In addition, I would probably go with Grixis Panorama and what's that one tribal one?
Is there? Oh, the Arcane
You know,
Laboratory or whatever.
no, yes, but also Path of
not
Ancestry.
Laboratory. Damn it. Yeah, you're right. Path of Ancestry is a super good one. I even run that in Kess still. Oh, what is it? What's the? Yeah, I know what you. Oh, is it on? Does EDA Trick have it?
Yeah, it has been launched. How about the Riptide?
Riptide Laboratory. That's the. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot they split utility lands and regular mana lands on EDA Trick now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have a Riptide in my old Mizzix deck, so it helps him get around removal.
Riptide Laboratory. All right. Do you want Bajuka Bog?
We're putting in Bajuka Bog, and then we'll put in Urborg as well.
Oh, okay. Cool. What about
how much does Reflecting Pool actually cost?
Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth. I don't know. Do you want Reliquary Tower?
Yes, because this deck it's going to run multiple wizards that are going to have me drawing lots of cards. So it's probably good to have that in there.
I've actually fallen away hard from Reliquary Tower because unless you're a combo deck with a very specific combo where you need a lot of cards, I find that keeping 7 should not be an issue.
So I've started to settle on. There were times where I put in things like, oh, I play against Super Friends decks and I don't want to have to discard, but unless your strategy leans heavily into drawing cards, I wouldn't do it. Like,
I mean, Kess does, but she also casts so many spells that the only reason I still have my Reliquary Tower in Kess is because I have the promo. That's the only reason Kess still has a Reliquary Tower. Otherwise, I'd cut it.
Any? Do you run like Blue Sun Zenith or?
Nope. I don't run any of the big draw spells. That's fair.
Okay. Yeah, for decks where I even have those, yes, then Tower goes in.
That's more reasonable. Alrighty. Do you want Exotic Orchard? It's only $1.18 on TC, $1.90 on TCG.
I don't like it because there's a lot of games where it just doesn't do anything.
I tend to disagree. I run it in Kess. Only because there's almost always, at worst, it's a non-fetchable basic. There's never a game where you're never going to be in an all Selesnya colors game.
Here's the other thing. So we were playing a game where my opponent played this, and he was in, I think it was just black-red, and Luigi had green-white, and I had Eldrazi colorless, so he couldn't use it, and it was funny. Because the turn he played it, I think it was turn 1 he used this. I had just played a Waste, and Luigi hadn't played a land yet, and he realized he didn't tap for anything.
Yeah, but that's such a niche case.
Niche case, yes, but it
all right.
Well,
if it's stuck with you, it's stuck with you.
Look at how color intensive this deck is, because there's not a lot of multicolor cards. A majority of this deck is just blue.
All right, so you want Drowned Catacomb because that's a check. Steam Vents is a shock. Watery Grave is a shock.
Blood Crypt. Sulphur Falls. Dragon Skull Summit.
Sulphur Falls. Dragon. Actually, can I? No, I can't. I'm trying to think of how, there's no, autocomplete on deck stats, so I have to, move the mouse and click an arrow after I type in each name. So I can't just hit, type, enter, type, enter, type, enter.
Oh, yeah, no, you have to click 2 and do it on tapped out.
What about Unclaimed/Cavern?
Yeah, Unclaimed Territory is going in. I do not have the budget for Caverns for this just for fun deck.
Okie dokie. Unclaimed Territory is in. Do you want the Pain lands?
Let's just start with the 9 duels, and then we'll come back to this later to figure out.
Alrighty.
how much we want to rebalance it. But
Okey-dokey.
how many lands do we have in right now?
Currently, well, the only non-land card is Inalla, so we have 15 lands.
All right,
There's
so if we bring it
Bajuka
up
Bog for black. Command Tower and Crumbling are all 3. Grixis Panorama kind of counts all 3. Path is all 3. Reliquary is colorless. Riptide is its own thing, and Orborg.
So we only have 2 mono blacks in that 15th. There's
I mean Orborg, but yeah.
13, 27. So it's 9 of each. Remove 2 blacks, and then cut 2 reds because we're definitely blue heavy. So put in 11 islands, 7 mountains, 5 swamps. I think that'll get us to 40 lands. Then we can cut as we look at artifact ramp.
That is 38 lands.
Okay, I'm bad at math.
Let me just analyze it once just to double check, but 38 lands, yes.
All right, let me just double check.
All right, currently the mana distribution is totally even. Or the mana... No, it's not. That's... sorry, I'm reading the wrong graph. It is 40%, 39% blue, 27% black, 29% red, and 5% any. Which is Command Tower, Crumbling. And,
all right, so just slap in 2 islands for now. We're going to cut them pretty soon.
Okie dokie. 2 islands.
Actually, you know what? 1 island, actually, just throw in Reflecting Pool.
Nice. I like that land. That's in Kess as well. Alrighty, you got it. It's in there.
All right, cool.
Back to the top of EDH Rec to actually get Wizards.
So a lot of the Wizards people are playing are just bad.
Unfortunately, that's how most Wizards are, because they have a cool effect, but they are bad fighting.
Yeah.
All right, so under new cards, anything. Do you like any of these?
So what's his name? Naban is definitely going in.
Oh, you're not under new Wizards. You're under High Synergy.
Oh, sorry, I need to scroll way up.
No, it's
Watch
fine.
for tomorrow. Watch for tomorrow is super good.
Okay, Watcher.
Kasmina's going in just because of tokens.
Okay, cool. I like her. She's kind of neat. Kasmina.
Yeah, I've seen Narset's Reversal fuck me over enough to know it's a good card. For Tribute Mage, everyone's running it, but I need to evaluate what 2-cost artifacts are going.
I mean,
in.
there's a talisman right there next to it.
Yeah, it's mana ramp, but I'm curious if there's anything else other than just mana ramp.
That's fair. So we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll hold back on that.
High synergy cards. You're not running Kess, so.
What do you mean I'm not running Kess?
You're not running Kess. Do you want Bloodlight?
At first I thought he was bad, but I realized he's pretty good because you play him, you get a second copy, and then you return 2 wizards to your hand.
That is exactly how it works.
Yeah, so he's super good, even though he's fucking expensive.
Naban is great.
Yep.
Azami is great.
is amazing. C8 Oracle, he ends up being 4 mana, draw 2 out of the 6, which is pretty decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
C8 Oracle.
Now, Archaeomancer.
Archaeomancer.
It's better when you have a higher density of spells. I'm not sure what.
I fucking hate Archaeomancer. I think he's. I don't know if it's a he or she actually, but I think that card is trash value.
Yeah, it really depends on how spell heavy you are, and I feel like this deck is not going to be spell heavy.
I feel like also if you do care about spells, there's way, way better cards to do than fucking Archaeomancer. I don't know. I get super bothered when I see people run that card. Unless you're a blink deck where you can get value out of it or like do a combo, I just feel like it's so not worth it. It's a 4 mana super narrow regrowth.
No, it's a 5 mana double regrowth.
That's true.
So I'm gonna keep evaluating all these wizards as if it had kicker 1 double.
True.
Effect.
That's exactly how you should do it.
Yeah. I was looking at Apprentice Necromancer. I'm like, he's just okay. And then I realized you slap on 1 more mana, you get a free 1 to sack the turn he comes down.
Yeah, that's very true. 3 mana, or technically it's 4 mana. Have a 1/1 stick around and get a creature from your graveyard with Unearth.
Yeah.
Do you think that's worth?
So in a normal scenario, you pay 2 mana and then 1 more next turn to get a creature once. Now you're paying 4 mana this turn and 1 mana next turn to do it twice.
Yes.
Given that every single creature is going to have an enter the battlefield ability, I think the value is worth it.
Okay.
Especially because he's a 25-cent card.
Actually, also, does Inalla Actually, it also says when a non-token enters the battlefield, so you can actually also chain Inalla off the Apprentice Necromancer's creature.
Yes, so it can, whichever one comes in will get double effects.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is pretty good.
I think Puppeteer Clique is an absolute slam dunk.
It is. I just wish that Persist worked with tokens.
Yeah, I know. Galecaster. He's super expensive, but also super good.
Oh, that's his static effect.
Yep. And he can do it the turn he comes down.
Yeah, so this is really good because the second either himself or another wizard comes in, you get that token that usually is a shitty 2/2 because that's all these wizards are. You just bounce that immediately to bounce an opponent's card. It's really good. It's probably
do you think Dualcaster or Narumeha are good enough because they are basically the same ability? Unless you think Dualcaster is way better because you can steal spells, which is fair.
Copy target you control. So
yeah, that's why Narumeha is disappointing. If she didn't say you control, she'd be so much better.
Yeah, but she has the Lord effect. The question is how much.
But she also is legendary and can't be tokened.
So she can be tokened for her first ability, but she won't stick around for the second.
True. But do you think you have spells that you're going to be copying enough?
I don't know. Most of the good copying is about copying your opponents or stealing good stuff. Like, we're not trying to run a critical mass of good spells.
The question, Freeman, is do you... so, for her, if you want to copy your own spell once, you have to leave up 4 mana. If you want to copy it twice, you have to leave up 5 mana plus the spell.
No, I think Dualcaster's better because you're going to steal someone else's shit.
All right, and you can steal it twice.
Yes.
All right, so Dualcaster is in. He makes the cut. We are currently at 52 cards.
Haven Ghoul Lich.
I don't think so. He's a zombie card. I run him in zombies because he's the good there. I don't see how he's any good in this deck. I mean, you can. I guess it's not terrible.
Just lets you recast any wizard you lose.
Yeah, which isn't bad.
For 1 additional mana. I don't know. He's kind of top of the curve. I don't know. We'll come back to him.
He's the kind of wizard that doesn't actually really synergize with Inalla's ability. Like, he's just kind of there to be a value wizard, but not actually make tokens of.
So yeah, you don't make tokens of him, but he's more to get other wizards that
he brings other wizards back to make tokens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Docent is hilarious actually in this case.
I love him because even if no, he's not a wizard.
Nope. The idea is he makes, as soon as you cast 3 spells, all your wizards are getting the flipped Delver.
Hold on. All right, so I don't even need the instant sorcerer. Just if you control 3 or more wizards, he flips.
Yes, that's also true. Well, yeah, but you have to cast a spell to flip him.
Yes, so it's just 1 to cause the check, and then he'll usually flip.
Okay.
In which case, he becomes a lord, so he's super duper good.
Okay, Docent is going in. All right. Spell Seeker. Again, kind of related to how many spells. Oh, she's also $10.
I like her just because you can immediately get Ponder, Brainstorm, any of the 1 mana cantrips.
No, you can't. Oh, it is 2 or less. I'm sorry. Yeah. I thought it was like the mages.
Exactly 2. Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was one of those.
It's decent. Plus, if you put 2 mana removal, like I'll skip ahead 1 line, but to be able to get Terminate is real nice.
All right, Spell Seeker.
Or Counter Spell. Yeah, there's a lot you can get for 2 mana. This is like Sunforger without any kind of repeatability in it.
Sucks that she's $10, but hey, Battle Bond and Legacy.
Yeah,
it's Legacy and actually Vintage because you can get power. You can get like.
You know what's bullshit? Cyclonic Rift being $27.
Oh my god!
Probably the most expensive card we're throwing in here.
That's okay. I'll add it to the list. Glad I have a foil. Maybe I should finally sell my extra. Terminate.
Terminate is going in.
Okay.
Then I'd probably put Dreadbore as well. Which I don't know if they have on here.
Probably somewhere down there.
Yep.
Commander Sphere. Rocks, are we doing?
Yeah. Let's do Commander Sphere.
I like it. It's a nice, easy mana rock.
Especially if you don't need it, you can replace it.
What else? Let's just chug through these top cards.
Counterspell's going in because I'm an asshole.
Okay.
I don't know about Felwar Stone. I'm always so like I'm always distressed about relying on my opponent's lands for anything.
I totally understand,
And I
but
feel like maybe I'm undervaluing it.
I mean, this is what we were just talking about with Exotic Orchard. I run this and Felwar Stone because even if you don't use the color, it's still a 2-mana rock.
Yeah.
Like again, it's the same thing.
The more I'm looking at this list, the more I realize all right. You know what? We'll hold off on mana rocks and we'll look at that at the end because I know we're gonna need more dual lands.
I'll leave Sphere in here then. I'll leave Sphere in here though because you're almost definitely gonna run Sphere.
Sphere is gonna happen. The question is just do we do just the 3 signets or do we look at more than that?
I mean, I'll throw the 3 signets in at least.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you're not gonna run Dimir, is it, and Rakdos.
Rakdos.
I actually don't run Rakdos. But my deck is so Kess is so blue heavy.
Yeah, this is also going to be a blue heavy deck, so it might actually be in our interest to not do the Rakdos one and instead run the blue red and the blue black talismans probably.
Ooh, spicy. Okay.
Keep the CMC, but
Rakdos signet gone. Talisman of. Oh, now I gotta remember.
Creativity is the new one.
Creativity is blue-red, and dominance? Yeah, dominance. Got it right. I actually don't run any talismans in Kess. But I also have weird Kess stuff going on.
Yeah, especially if you're running the rocks for fixing, talismans kind of suck because they're paying you.
I avoid paying things at all costs.
Oh, I'm throwing in Rakdos Charm just because
okay.
I play with Luigi a lot.
That's fair. My trick with Kess, because I cut Rakdos Charm a year ago. But I have wheels. Wheels just, or not wheels, like time spiral, and hopefully Echo of Aeons at some point.
Yeah, shuffle the artifacts.
Yep. All right. Any of the next 5? Processes.
Does Kindred Dominance have a place, or is it just too much?
It's way too much mana. Come on. I think Kindred Dominance is fucking trash. I don't $10 only because of Commander.
Yeah.
It's also flavor, but like honestly, I hate Kindred Dominance. Like it's so rare that you want to wipe the board and are not willing to lose your own stuff for such a mana cost.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Arcanus.
Yes. He's so expensive, but that draw 3 is the nicest fucking ability on the planet.
It's not terrible. I mean, if you think about it, pay 7 to draw 3 cards and get a 3/4 on the field for later.
I mean, he's a boat, but you can draw 3 cards. That could be anything. It could even be a boat. Yes, he's going in the deck.
All right, now for the last 5, actually. I think Venser is definitely...
It just sucks that he's legendary. I think you still get the bounce effect off him. Yeah, so he's decent. Yeah,
it's the same thing we did with just what's her face.
Counterspell or permanence, or he's not counterspell, but he's basically like Remand without the draw effect. He's versatile. Is what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah, I mean, we just put in. We were just talking about Naru Meha for the same legendary reason.
Yep. Yeah. So reality shift.
What do you mean? That's not even that good of a removal spell. I've certainly never used it.
Is only really good if you're like chaining these wizards together.
Oh yeah, terrible.
I think it's a stretch to play that. And then Trophy Mage, I'm not gonna put in just I don't know where we're at with the other artifacts.
Yeah, we gotta figure that out. And Croesus' Charm.
What does it even read? Return target permanent.
Just got a lot of decent text on it.
It's versatile, so I want to put it in.
But it's so much color.
I know it sucks. Like, not a lot of this deck is super color intensive.
Alrighty, we'll skip it.
Yeah.
Ooh, now we're getting to some real creatures.
Oh boy.
I love Vindictive Lich in my zombie deck. It is so much value, it's crazy.
Hell yeah. This is really good.
It's
because you're gonna get double triggers on it when you pay 5 mana for this.
That is exactly.
Oh no, it's when it dies. So the first one
dies at the end of the turn.
Second, yeah. And then you just swing recklessly with him every turn.
Stony Brook probably.
Yeah, make things cheaper.
It's only $1 too. Shadow Mage is kind of cool. Depends though. 4 mana to draw a card. Potentially, probably draw a card. Although lots of people run black.
A lot of people run artifact creatures. Like
That's
Fear's
true, too.
not that amazing of a mechanic.
I don't know. What do you think of Shadow Mage?
He's also 25 cents.
Do you want him?
Throw him in for now. He'll probably be the first cut when we need to make more space.
Okie doke. He's in there. You're up to 70 cards, by the way.
All right, cool. We're gonna be cutting a lot of the shittier wizards at the tail end of this.
Probably true. Portal Mage is kind of cool.
It's a nice control effect. Oh, so when it comes in, you can actually...
It's basically Illusionist Gambit on a creature.
You can reorganize 2 attackers if you make the copy.
Oh, it's only 1 creature. That's why it's not as good as Illusionist Gambit. That's right. That's right. I will say that doesn't avoid an Annihilator trigger, but that's not a super concern either.
Is Annihilator on? It's when it's declared?
Yeah, it's one of those.
Ooh.
I mean, that's the thing. All of these when attacker is declared things don't work.
Well,
like Portal Mage doesn't stop
those.
Flash it in
wall Annihilators on the stack, though, right?
Sure. You totally can. But the other person doesn't have to deal with the Annihilator trigger. But also, that's not a super big thing, but it's something to worry about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's very rarely... I've very rarely
Holy
faced
shit.
an Annihilator.
That totally stabilized in price. Wanderwine Profits is down to $5. Clearly the spike... Okay, so it's skipping a little bit, but remember the Merfolk that goes infinite with this?
How does it go infinite? It needs to...
So what you do is you cast Wanderwine Prophets and you stack it, and you basically make the Inalla copy. Put the original champion the Merfolk. Use the copy to champion the original, so it tucks it away. Go to combat, attack someone, and if it damages a player, you get an extra turn. The clone dies at the end, and you do it over and over again. And as long as there's no blockers, you win the game on the spot by taking infinite turns.
The only problem is you need 8 mana to do it, and you need to be unblocked.
Why do you need 8 mana?
So you play.
You have to make the token at the end of this turn.
Yeah, so you play him for 6. You pay 1 to make the token now, and then you have to pay 1 again when he enters.
Sure, but the idea is it wins you the game.
Yeah.
Everyone. So I remember when Inalla got spoiled, and everyone immediately came up with this. I'm pretty sure the price of Wanderwine was like $20 at least because of Inalla.
I think a lot of people realize in more scenarios than not, he just gets blocked.
Yeah, exactly. If there's any blockers on the field, this doesn't go infinite. But on the other hand, it is a way if a player doesn't have blockers or responses to even just farm them for turns. So even if you don't win, you can still super pull ahead. Like even if. Let's say you're in a 4-player game and one person doesn't have blockers and you manage to kill them with this, you also take, on average, 10 turns. That's a lot of extra turns.
I don't know. Like, he can win, but, like, I'm running through all the scenarios where I'm, like, late game and want to win, and, like, 99% of them have a clogged board.
That's usually true. Look, I'm just saying...
Throw him in for now, because otherwise this deck doesn't have any other infinite combos.
Yeah. Plus, if you run some board
completely
wipes
skipped over this wizard that just destroys target's sliver.
No, it just bounces. It doesn't even destroy.
Shitty. What were they doing in future set?
Dude, who knows? The more important thing is it tutors for any wizard.
Yeah.
Do you want it?
It's got really good versatility.
It's only for tutoring. This is basically 3 mana tutor a wizard.
Yeah, I put the cycling sliver in my sliver deck just because I've had games where my entire commander's locked down. It's like, if I could just search once, I'd be fine.
All right.
And I was like, yeah, it's good.
You have an Aether Mage. Is it Chronarch? It's worse Archaeomancer. Great. Sounds awesome.
Yeah, no.
It has 1 more power for 1 more mana in another color. It's terrible. Marchesa.
The spiciest interaction. She's great.
You want Marchesa?
Yes.
Okay.
So what you do is, every turn, you swing all of your wizards at whoever has the highest life total. All your wizards will get 1/1 counters. If any of them get blocked, they re-enter and their ETB trigger happens, and you can make new copies again.
Okay.
As long as you have not the highest life total.
Here's a spicy one. Time Stream Navigator.
So If you have Ascend,
This is
this
1, 2,
becomes
3,
seven mana
7 mana. Take an extra turn.
a turn, and the next turn you get another one too, because you
Yes,
can sack the original.
which is pretty sick. Actually, it's not sack. It's put it on the bottom.
Yes. I mean, for the token, it's basically sack, but yeah, for
Oh
the
yeah,
original,
yeah. I got you.
yeah. I do it. If she's not overly expensive on the front cost,
$1.50. Oh no, yeah.
or the real dollar value, I think it's fine to include.
Harbinger.
I like Harbinger for what he does to messing up people's like combat math or getting a blocker out of the way.
Sure. Harbinger of the Tides.
Exclusion Mage.
Exclusion Mage is just another bouncy boy.
There's a couple of these in here. I don't know how. I don't know. The whole reason I'm building this deck is because my friend hit every single bouncy boy in his deck and it tilted me. So the question is how many actually get included.
Exclusion Mage isn't Exclusion Mage the first one?
There's another one, Aether Adept, further down. That one's just creature. Yeah, these are both creature.
I'm gonna
What's
put
the
both
difference?
in.
This one, Exclusion's just easier to cast. Strict upgrade.
I'm gonna put them both in. It's just such easy control. 4 mana, bounce 2 creatures with like an attacker and a blocker.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy. Merchant of Secrets, I don't think that's worth.
No, but I think the next one is.
Chemister? Oh boy.
Yeah, it's a little more expensive, but you get more value.
Chemister is always such a funny card. He looks trash on paper, literally. And then if you let one stick on the board, you're like, wait a minute, this is a lot.
Yeah, I'd much rather him eat removal than like any other important card in this deck.
Yeah.
Disciple of Bolas.
So his thing is that you can play like the original. You can like basically pay 5 mana to draw 2 cards if you just sack himself into his own ability.
The thing is, none of these creatures have very big power toughness. You're not going to get a lot off of his stack.
That is quite true.
I don't know. I don't think he's that amazing.
Okie doke.
Like the only deck I ever played him in was one that needed like another sack outlet, and then I found like he was just an expensive sack outlet.
I understand. Vela. Nah, Vela's too much mana. I don't think she's that good.
Intimidate tribal.
Anathemancer is actually sick.
Yes.
I remember playing this because this card came out in Alara, which is when I bought my first booster box ever. Back when I was at Drexel at my first college, I bought a booster box of I bought a box of Alara Reborn, but I had a lot of. Is this Alara Reborn? Yeah, it is.
Yeah. The only time this card is ever bad is if your opponent somehow gains hexproof.
Which doesn't happen.
Then
Or you
sucks.
just target a different opponent because everyone in Commander has at least one.
Yes, unless you're in 1v1 and they play that new you gain hexproof spell. Then that's the only downside, but I think in more scenarios than not, this is a great card to copy.
Yeah.
And if you get wiped, congrats, because for Unearth, except you're going to pay 8 mana, you're going to do it again twice. Because when he unearths, you can make a copy.
Niv Mizzet?
I like having one big boy in the deck. He's not that big. I like him, though. Because he'll come in, he'll immediately draw you the card.
Well, the copy comes in, draws you the card.
Oh, shit, he's legendary. Fuck.
Yep. Can't do it.
Damn it.
I don't really like it. You're basically just saying, hey, I'm going to throw a Niv Mizzet on the field to make the copy, to draw a card, or just to be there. But if I don't have the combo, then who cares?
So I'm not sure how it actually feels in practice, but a lot of the articles I read online are just like, this deck has a tendency to draw a lot of cards. So I don't know if that the
really
one
need
thing
him?
is nice.
Speaking of drawing lots of cards, there is a card next to it.
Yeah, this is one of the ones that does it.
Sage of Fables needs to be in the deck.
Yes.
That card seems nuts. Also, we talked about Aether already. Dire Fleet Ravager seems so sick.
All right, let's see this guy. Menace, Death Touch, enters battlefield each. Oh, this is interesting.
So would you like to lose whatever the math says a third, and then another third of that is?
So let's
What is
see.
that?
First, you lose 1/3, and then you lose
So
whatever
you
third.
lose half your life. Each player loses half their life.
Actually, yes. Yeah, no, this is really cool.
And it's super cheap because it doesn't go anywhere
plus your
else.
copy is going to attack the turn he comes down. He's got Death Touch, so either he's going to get in there
And
for
Menace.
4, or he's going to kill some stuff.
Do you think Body Double's worth? It's just I don't know why it's in there. It's not a wizard.
Oh, it's not a changeling either. Did it get? Hold on.
No, it didn't. It's just because you sacked so many wizards.
If you copy a wizard, it enters as a.
Oh, you're right. You're very correct.
So it's only really for copying your own stuff.
Which sucks.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone cares. Magus of the...
I don't want you just run for, like, Reanimate Dead instead of this thing.
I think Magus of the Mind is terrible.
Shuffling your exit top X. Bad. I don't have mana after spending the 6 to get
It's
him.
Mind's Desire. It's Mind's
Nah.
Desire, where you're spending 8 mana to activate a copy of this immediately. Like, what other spells did you cast this turn? Teferi.
It's funny seeing Teferi's card, because now I realize exactly why they gave him the ability printing.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Same ability.
Yeah. I mean, he's just a good wizard.
He is. He's not the kind you want to copy, but on his own, like, you play him, you don't copy him.
So also in this deck, you actually use that middle line of text about creature spells having flash.
Yes.
So you want
him? Yeah. Throw him in there.
He's also probably the cheapest Teferi that exists right now.
Yeah. I was surprised that his current printing is like $21 or something.
Of course it is. Come on. He's running standard right now.
Everyone's ripping these boxes open.
Saffron Olive tweeted, where is it? I gotta find it. I'm gonna read you these stats. It's about the MPL from this weekend, or whatever the Mythic Mythic Championship 3 from this weekend. Quarter of the meta, Esper Control, not 13.24% is Esper Hero.
Yep.
Then tied with that is It Phoenix?
I'm not surprised with Esper Hero. The whole idea is if you can run Teferi, you don't have to worry about control. But you also don't want to be playing control.
That means
what's the best deck that can run Teferi that isn't control?
That means over a third of the entire decks at the Mythic whatever are Esper decks.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Arena's reflecting it pretty well. That's why everyone moved from hating what's that card? The one that untasks your lands, Wilderness Reclamation.
Oh yeah,
all the memes about that being
that doesn't do anything
are gone. Now everyone hates Thought Erasure. It's the worst card ever printed in Magic, according to the Arena subreddit.
Oh yeah, because they haven't had to deal with straight up discard.
They've never been turn 1 Thoughtseize in their lives.
It's okay. Now that new green spell protects you from Thoughtseize.
Yes. I'm seeing the core set spoilers, and all I hear is the voices of people who complain about Magic Arena, and I'm like, yes, this is who they're listening to with this core set.
Yeah. Anyway, Champion of Wits is super duper good.
Power.
I'm just gonna add it while you read it.
So it's almost always going to be a draw 2, discard 2.
It's a Faithless Looting on a wizard, or it's from the graveyard a draw 4, discard 2. It's a Careful Consideration twice.
It's nice on the Eternalize.
Friedman, it's a Faithless Looting on a creature.
The thing, actually, you know what? You're right. I'm sitting here going, well, I have to pay 4, and then I have to draw 2 and discard 4, and then I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I don't have to make a copy of every creature. I don't know why I have this stuck in my head.
But even if you do, who cares?
Yeah, no, put it in.
And if you Eternalize, you can copy that too.
Yeah.
Parun.
No, 2 mana intensive.
That's the only reason. He's so good, though. He's so good.
I know.
Nin, I hate.
I don't think I'm gonna cast him. So if Nin wasn't legendary, I'd say yes. But because
I fucking hate Nin. Nin goes against everything I do in Magic. So while I recognize she's really good, I fucking hate Nin.
Wait, what do you mean she goes against everything?
To draw cards for yourself, you have to shoot your own creatures.
You just have to do one less than their toughness.
That's so much mana, though. It just feels like the most roundabout fucking thing, but it's a commander who can draw cards.
I mean, it's just one of those sink 3 mana in every turn to draw 1 and hopefully not kill your creature.
Oh my god, it's so...
Thankfully, Glenalenja Archmage is not a $30 card anymore.
No, now it's only $6.
So that is going in there.
I've never actually... I don't honestly ever remember having seen this Ultimate Masters art of it before that they have on EDH.
So I need to pick up another copy because this was supposed to go in Izuri.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Slam
Duh.
a counter on it.
Yeah, and then persist forever. Yeah. Snappy, I think you don't...
Too rich for my blood.
Well, you also honestly don't have that many spells. I mean, we
no,
don't...
not
okay,
yet, I don't.
We're at 84, and you're going to have some spells, but you're not going to have that many spells.
We're approaching the bottom of the barrel for the
I know.
Wizards here. It's just...
Viscera Seer seems too cute.
No, I don't want to be... It is too cute.
Void Mage...
I'm going to be usually attacking with the copies.
Well, plus you have creatures that are going to draw cards.
Yeah.
Like, you have so many ETB abilities, and it's like... I guess this is like, hey, I left around the original wizard who's not doing anything now. I can sack it, but, like... I don't know. I feel like you're doing...
We're not using... was it Ultra the Brood, whatever it was, the one sack for mana? It's just like... It feels extra. It feels like I'm going over the top, trying to get payoff on the ability, but...
Void Mage Prodigy, though...
He turns every wizard into a counterspell.
That seems real good.
Ignoring the copy part, yeah, he's good.
Yeah, you don't need to copy him. Why bother?
Yeah.
See, that's also kind of nice to have wizards that you can slam on curve without worrying about copying.
Yeah. A lot of them, I'm evaluating way too hard as the copy aspect, but that's what
but that's the point.
You got to take advantage of it.
I just added Ethereum Horn Sorcerer for you.
I thought he was so derpy when he's printed, but then I realized the true magic of what's going on.
All it is, it's like the red spell from Horizons. It's all about that Cascade, baby.
Yep.
I will say I've actually fallen out of favor with Cascade a little bit, only because Cascade is so good, but I hate how random it is, and especially in like Kess, where hey, I have what's it called? In Kess, like I want to know what I'm fucking casting before I cast it.
Yeah.
But in this, it's like, hey, wizards.
It's fine. Most of them are going to have a cool ETB when they enter anyway.
Speaking of wizards, Sower of Temptation.
Stower's real good. So one you're going to keep for a while, the other you copy, you just get it out of the way.
Swing back with it. Or if it's a wizard, hell, you could do... Oh,
and
no.
This one's flying, so we'll usually get over a lot of stuff when the copy swings.
All right. We're almost there. Holy shit. Oh, my God. Serendib seems too cute.
No, Patron Wizard is an instant slam.
Okay, cool. Got it. Adeliz, as much as I love her and wish I could make her work someday, she's a no-go.
Not enough instant sorceries to make this work for me.
Honestly, Beguiler is kind of a maybe.
Angel target power blast equal to the number of creatures you control. With the number of wizards you're slamming, this is probably decent.
You also have at least 2.
Worst case scenario, you're going to copy and steal something with power.
You can steal
it's a permanent
2
copy.
things,
that's why it's good.
But you can also steal 2 things for 6 mana that are 2 or less.
Yeah, the permanent copy is the only reason I'm saying yes. It's good.
Taigam, I think, is too cute.
Taigam, skip your draw step.
All it is it's like Sidisi. You just look at your 3, or it's like the.
Okay, it's to dump in the yard instead of actually drawing.
Remember that Golgari one from Guilds?
Yeah.
It's just that on a legendary wizard.
Yeah, no, I don't need that. I don't have enough graveyard interaction doing. We have a guest in the chat.
Oh, hey, Aiden.
Hi ho, friends.
You have managed to not interrupt the podcast, but pop in on me and Freeman building a magic deck for him.
Another successful invasion.
Man, I want to know. I want to know how many people who actually watch my videos at this point have seen like every hidden appearance of Aiden at this. Because I mean, we have the podcast,
the Where's
Crackdown,
Waldo, the Twinpedia YouTube channel.
Yeah. Oh, what was the nickname we came up with last week, Aiden? What was the nickname you came up with last week?
I'm the podcast invader. That's what I do. I show up at random. You'll never know.
Well, we're just building Freeman a new commander deck.
Oh, I can't help you. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's fine. We're just going through suggestions online and saying whether we think they're shitty or not.
If you're going to be on later, we'll probably play video games later.
That's cool with me. I
Alrighty.
actually just bought like 600 Magic cards, and I'm
Hell
trying
yeah.
to build a deck. So if you want to,
Oh, hell yeah.
hook me up with some knowledge.
Yo, we'll
Oh,
help.
hell
Yo,
yeah.
come. We'll let you know when to come back in, and we'll definitely hook you up.
All right. Goodbye, internet. Have a wonderful evening.
See you later, Aiden. Literally,
Peace.
see you later.
Bye-bye.
Fucking Aiden.
All right.
Anyway, back to the pod. Not
Anyway,
not
so-
the podcast.
Oh my God.
Deadeye. Are you running
So
Deadeye?
Deadeye, I haven't actually ever run a deck with Deadeye in, and I'm always curious because you get the
Cool, he's in there.
you get the 2 mana flicker one of your wizards for a
And
DTB.
all
attack.
your wizards have ETP.
Yeah, so this is the kind of deck where it can pair with anything.
I hate Corpse Augur.
No, it sucks.
I hate Marisil.
It sucks.
Magus the Abyss seems like crap.
Non-artifact creature.
It's it. Oh, it's not Doomblade. It's the Go for the Throat.
It's go for the throat, but you also do your own, right?
You are correct, sir.
Hmm.
Also, they choose. Fuck that.
Yeah, because then they're gonna sack
Ugh.
the token.
Unless it's Voltron and they don't have hexproof or they don't fit the condition. That's which is so narrow.
Actually, wait, hold on one second.
Oh.
I'm scrolling up just because the next line has the Merfolk Tricksters in standard. And I'm just figuring out what's his difference between him and Harbinger.
Harbinger?
Oh, Harbinger's return a tap as opposed to tap and it loses ability.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Merfolk Trickster and Harbinger of the Tides have the same mana cost, but Merfolk Trickster has flash built in.
Yes.
I was just evaluating what their abilities were and which one was better.
I understand. I actually think Trickster's not bad. 3 mana, flash it in, tap some stuff down, block it,
Yeah, and then they also lose abilities.
That's not bad.
Do I swap Harbinger with Trickster?
I think you just run both for now.
Yeah.
Sigil Tracer,
Ooh.
I think, is cute as fuck, but also, like, maybe kind of really good. Actually, what am I saying? Sigil Tracer is great. Because with a copy of itself, it works with itself.
But now you're paying 6 mana on top of whatever instant or sorcery you're casting the turn it comes down.
And look, I don't make the rules. I'm just saying I think it's kind of
I'm
cute.
not putting Sigil Tracer in yet.
Okay.
It depends on what the spell suite is going to be.
Oh,
'Cause
boy. Master
we're
of
slow on
Waves.
spin. No,
So the trick there is you pay 5 to get double blue devotion elementals and then keep half of the and then they depower but they're all alive.
yeah, you keep all the elementals.
It's not terrible.
This feels too cute.
You're not wrong. Riverwise. Brainstorm on a wizard? I don't think you have enough shuffle effects.
No, so you're gonna end up brainstorming, then you brainstorm immediately after. So you only see one
Yeah.
additional card after you put 2 back.
Listen, you're not wrong. Is it Chemister is way too cute. I remember when it came out in 25, and I was so disappointed that this is what they picked from this commander set.
Yeah, Guildmage kind of sucks. I'm not
Yep.
gonna use him either.
All right, we're finally out of creatures. Time for spells that you're going to want all of also.
Yes.
Go for the Throat, Brainstorm, Retort, Memory Plunder. Oh, man, I had such
Memory
a hilarious
Plunder.
game where a guy was clearly flexing Memory Plunder. So one of the guys in my group built a new Rexiel deck, and he was so blatantly showing that he was going to cast a Memory Plunder and kill my Odric to stop me from winning the game
Yeah.
when I was playing Samut, and I still managed to just blast through him and kill him. But we were all like, "Hey, how's that Memory Plunder?" And he just smiled and he's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." Any of these? What? Just tell me what spells you're interested in, because I've played a lot of these in Kess, and some
Which
of them
ones did you just put in? Did you just put the first 3?
I didn't put anything. I was just naming them.
Probably put the first 3.
Okay.
Ghostly Flicker is super nice in this deck. I don't think Polymorphous is where I want to be. Maybe Solongar's Commands?
It's a very good spell. I had it in
Got
Kess.
versatility.
I
Yeah.
had it in Kess. I don't anymore because mana.
Yes, it's an expensive boy. Might as well keep it for now.
You want it in?
Yeah.
Okie doke. Ow.
Oh, Swan Song, just because I love that card.
Okay. Card, I'm too much of a coward to run in Kess. Good call. Oh my god.
Oh, because you always want to deal with the creatures.
No, I actually am just a straight up coward. I should find space for it, but I just don't. Even though it counters everything I care about mostly. Like, what non-creature
Oh, you're concerned with your opponent having the bird?
Not at all. Honestly, I'm just a coward. Swan Song. I also like my current counter speed. Oh, speaking of which, dude, you don't know how fucking pumped I am that my favorite negate artwork is getting that promo.
Oh, really?
Did you see that?
The Merfolk one, right?
Yeah, it's getting the F&M promo.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I want to fast forward in time and steal one of those. Holy shit, are they so gorgeous.
See, I'm fortunate. My favorite negate is the shitty Corset one, so the foils are nice and cheap.
Oh, no, I mean, I already have the... Actually, apparently the Ixalan negate foils are kind of expensive. I'm actually going to check on TCG Player. But people were complaining that those foils are a lot of money because Ixalan wasn't super bought up. And everyone loves the artwork. Where is it? Negate. There it is. So it's only 10 cents. Yeah, the foils are $8 from Ixalan.
Oh, man.
Dude, I'm so gonna... Wow, I could almost resell for value a foil common negate. Holy shit.
All right, let's put... Do I need more removal?
Oh my god, the only more expensive negate is the player promo or the foil version of the Jace negate. Cool. Anyway, sorry. Keep going.
All right, let's do Bedevil, and I'm not gonna put Hero's Downfall in this deck.
I love Bedevil. That's in Kess. It's fucking great.
and then Fact or Fiction is going in because
Foff, of course.
It's Fact or Fiction.
Fact is fiction. That's what I meant to type.
What the fuck is Cauldron Dance?
Oh, it's super cool. You get a creature from your graveyard.
Goes to the battlefield, then it goes to your hand, and then you put a creature from your hand.
So the idea with Cauldron Dance is you get 2 wizards and then pay 2 more mana, and you suddenly have 4 wizards.
So you return one of the battlefield, you make a copy. At the beginning of your end step, it goes to your hand, and then you may put a creature from your hand into play, at which point you can make another copy. No?
At the same time, before combat, you play a creature. You play this spell during combat.
It's going to be 2 different things.
Yes.
Like
you take
you
a creature
one back, then you put one into play, then you sack the original. No, sorry, no. Then the first one goes to your hand.
Friedman, you cast this spell during combat. You pick a creature in your hand and a creature in your graveyard. They both fly out and hit the battlefield.
And then they each go
and then
to where the
swap
other one
to where
was.
the other one was at the end of the turn.
One ends up in the yard, the one in the yard ends up in your hand.
Yes.
This is such a dopey card. This
but
is
for 8 mana, you can get a wizard in your graveyard and a wizard in your hand out and attacking and triggering their abilities and a copy of each of those, and then they swap at the end. So it's like...
This feels ridiculous. I want to try it.
Okay.
It almost feels a little too cute, but
it's super too cute. But if you have a shitty wizard in your hand and a great one in your graveyard, you can get 4 copies of between the 2 of them, and then recast the good wizard again later.
Yep.
Negate?
Probably, yeah. It's nice, it's cheap, it gets the job done against most win cons.
It's one of the best around. Anything else? Any more of these tutors, instance? Mystical,
no, we can skip them for now.
Arcane, Ionize. Sorceries.
I mean, Vandal Blast and Ponder are definitely in.
Okay. I don't know how Vandal Blast isn't a $20 card, considering it's not printed all that much, and it should be in every single red deck in Commander.
I think it's just because when it's printed in Commander, it's usually printed in at least 2 of them. So
that's true. Every year they print. I'm pretty sure they print Vandal Blast in a Commander deck almost every single year.
Yeah. So
although
it's
I say that,
card.
and I'm lying because the set symbol on EDH Rec is from 3 sets ago, I think.
That was from the... I know this one. This is the experience counter cycle. I think I had that printing.
Wait, so isn't this before the 4 colors?
That's correct. This
was
the last 5
4 Commander sets ago. This is gonna be 5 years old when we get to Commander this year.
Hey, it's a $5. It's a $5 uncommon. It says something.
what does uncommon even fucking mean in a commander box, really?
It just means it's printed in more than one. Well, hold on. It's original
you're
printing.
right. You're right.
That's
You're
why
right.
I say that.
You're right. No, you're right. I get what you mean. Yeah, uncommon
Yeah.
in commander means more than one deck. You're right.
Yeah.
All right, keep going.
I'm not running Demonic Tutor. Spell Twine only really works when you have a lot of instant sorceries in your yard that matter.
Let me put it this way. I don't run Spell Twine and Kess. I don't think you're running it here.
Since we're talking about all these cute 8-mana interactions, is Rite of Replication something worth investing in here?
Are you going to have a wizard you want that many copies of? Without haste?
I don't know. A lot of them just have simple one-off.
Honestly,
ETB
Freeman,
effects.
why run right when you could just run Clone Legion?
For each creature target player controls. So you just copy all of your for 9
Well, so the
mana?
idea is this
It's the same amount, you're right.
Well, so the idea is this relies on you having more wizards instead of one really good wizard, but the flip side is you can also use it to just make a fuck ton, like steal someone's entire board.
Yeah.
Basically, it's do you think
use someone else's if you're not doing too hot.
I mean, the cool thing about Clone Legion is it also helps with opponents having legendary creatures, whereas you're only going to cast for the 4 mana to steal a legendary a little, like that one thing. You can't make 5 legendaries. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think they're both interesting. I think you only run one of them.
Let's do Clone Legion.
Okay.
Also because it's cheaper, despite being an
enough.
epic.
Also, I think that it's spicier. It's much spicier to win the game with the Clone Legion.
Let's throw a Preordain in here because
I have to ask, do you have one? Because I just sold all my extras.
Maybe.
Okay. Notion Rain I love. I bought
Notion
a
Rain's
foil.
good.
It's like 50 cents. Do you want?
Toxic
Are you putting
Deluge
it in?
is $30. Yeah, I might as well put Notion Rain in. I play it in standard. It does work.
Toxic Deluge is $30.
God, Damnation's
If
back
I
to
actually
40.
if I actually take apart my Lycia deck, that means I'd have a Toxic Deluge sitting around.
So I should probably put Blasphemous Act in because I'm gonna have a ton of wizards I can blow up to kill other people's shit. I need a wipe. Stuff's gonna get bad. I can feel it. Let's put Blasphemous in for now.
I mean, don't forget you do have a bunch of wizards who like bounce and throw stuff around, which isn't nothing, but having a solid wipe is pretty good.
Yeah.
Are we doing any more sorceries or are we moving on to artifacts?
No, let's move on to some artifacts.
Good call. We're on 107. Oh, dude. Okay.
All right. So Soul Ring is definitely in because
that's not the artifact. That's definitely in. Also, I don't.
Panharmonicon is the one you're thinking.
Thank you, my boy, who I'll never get to run. Panharmonicon.
Oh, and then Chromatic Lantern's also going in.
Oh yeah, gotta. Every deck that's 3 or more colors, but 2 or less is useless. Seriously, it gets me fucking annoyed when I see 2 or less people running Chromatic Lantern. Like basic lands are better than Chromatic Lantern in a 2-color deck in my mind.
Yeah, once you hit 3, that's when chromatic
immediately
becomes,
worth
desirable.
Immediately. Because there are way more 2-color lands out there than 3-color or more. What else? Anything else under artifacts?
So I'm thinking Herald's Horn.
Oh, I like that card a lot. Ooh, Friedman. Ho.
I'm not doing another Sundial deck. This
is
too ridiculous.
Okay.
I trust me. I love Sundial with Feldon, but like there's not. Usually, you want the wizard more for its ETB rather than for sticking around.
That's fair. Speaking of ETB,
Conjurer's Closet.
I actually bought a foil one of these for Brea just before she came apart. Closet is sick. If the one problem with Closet is 5 mana is a big ask.
It is, but also assuming you have one creature,
you
do get value the turn you play it.
Assuming it has a good ETB.
I mean, I don't think most of my wizards. I think most of them do have good.
Okay, well there you go. Now it's on the list. Any others?
Is Vanquisher's Banner worth it for the draw a card on? Whenever you cast a creature of the chosen type, so you'll end up cantripping on your wizards.
Problem is, we're starting to get into the area of you're so heavy on mana.
Yes.
With all the copying and everything, like nothing costs 2 mana in this deck, really.
You're right. All right. Well, if that's the case, I kind of want to put Unstable Obelisk in just to deal with permanent types I can't deal with, like enchantments.
And it's a good meme card.
Well, I always considered it a decent card, even though I end up never activating the 7 mana ability.
Say, no one ever throws it away for the mana.
Yeah.
All right, enchantments. There's only 7 here.
Oh my God, mirror match.
No, please God, don't.
So
I mean, you could if you want to do the meme. It's 25 cents, but it's 6
So
mana.
when I was playing Ravnica Allegiances Limited, in both sealed pools I opened, I had 2 mirror match copies in both pools.
Oh my God.
So both games I played mirror match in every fucking game.
That's
atrocious. It did work in Limited. That said, I don't think it's going to be that great in Commander, especially at 6 mana.
I mean, it's great if you win a bunch of if you're in the coin flip deck.
Yeah.
Ooh. Whoa. Copy that spell twice? Ooh, new M20 card just spoiled. Repeated Reverberation. Whenever you cast an instant spell, cast a sorcery spell, or activate a loyalty ability this turn, you copy it twice. And it's 2 and 2 red. That's kind of sick.
Wait, what is it? Is it a permanent or a spell, and then that's
an
the
instant, and that's the effect. But it's another thing where it's next, so you have to do it beforehand instead of it being response
like
thing.
In response.
Which is
good. Mara went and finally gave us some clarification what the deal with protection is.
Oh yeah, apparently it's trial basis. Well, it's trial basis back evergreen.
Yeah, because it was last week. I was looking at Modern Scred, and I'm like, why the fuck is everyone running Stormbreath Dragon? And then I saw protection from white. I'm like, oh, so it's just unkillable in this format.
In Modern, yeah.
Because the only non-white removal you run is
Dismember. Dismember gets it.
No, well, yes, but
Bolt.
It's not Tragic Slip, but it's Fatal Push. There you go.
Enchantments, Friedman.
All right, sorry. Back to this page.
I see maybe 2 on here.
I mean, Rhystic
3.
is always fun.
I fucking hate Rhystic so much.
Kindred is nice, but it's in literally the same spot as Vanquisher's Banner, and we said no.
It does get you a lot more triggers.
This one is in a cast, because Kindred Discovery goes off the tokens.
Exactly. So I actually ran Kindred. Kindred was in my Bant Angels deck before that came apart, so I have a Kindred.
It's currently in my Dragons deck, and it always gets blown up. Holy fuck! It's a $19 card.
Well, that's Card Kingdom. You have to look at the middle price for TCG.
Oh, 15. I mean, I could probably just pull it out of the Dragons deck, because it never fucking does anything. Dragons deck.
So you want it?
Yeah, it's probably gonna get cut immediately. Cause it's top heavy.
You're correct, because we're at 114. I will say, Flame Shadow is just another Inalla for red.
Yeah, and this sticks. I mean, Inalla usually is going to sit around in the command zone, so I don't worry too much about losing the effect. But
no, not at all. But having 2 effect for another red is great.
No, it's decent. Yeah.
Curse is cute. I don't know if you want it, but I will say, because you have a hasty token, that usually means you're going to do this
every turn.
Yeah.
I'd consider it then, yeah.
Like, that's why I actually think it's almost better than Kindred because of that, because it's a much lower to the ground.
It ends up being for every wizard you play. It ends up being, instead of just the one to copy, it ends up being
like, imagine if you just stuck draw a card onto the Inalla ability.
Yeah, it means that even if you don't care about the ETB, the 1 mana just becomes
draw a card.
Draw a card, yeah, and that's almost always worth it.
Yep. All right, are you running either of these planeswalkers or any other of the millions of Grixis colored planeswalkers?
If I had more instant or sorceries, I'd consider Narset. Like, Narset's static is great.
It's kind of too good. You're not running a lot of non-creature permanents.
I know, but like, if you just evaluate the Narset as a 3 mana enchantment that can be destroyed, I don't think.
Nope.
This is like the deck strategy for it.
Nope.
No, they're both just big hate cards.
I will say I got ass black. So I had one of the craziest games ever on my zombie deck on Saturday. Over half of my library, including Gravecrawler, Rooftop Storm, both of my altars, and a whole bunch of other great cards got exiled twice. One of them was because of an Ashiok activation.
Really?
Ashiok is a fucking beast.
Actually, Ashiok is grave. Even if I don't care about the mill, it's basically just graveyard hate.
Dude, Ashiok's graveyard hate. So with my zombie deck, my buddy Brandon, he played Ashiok and minused her immediately, and I lost a quarter of my library because it was in my graveyard already. I had to immediately attack and kill his Ashiok, no holds barred next turn, or I was going to be totally out of the game.
All right, well, that convinces me that Ashiok actually is pretty decent.
Ashiok is an insane destruction of graveyards. It is so mind-bogglingly good, and the only reason this card's $1 is because it's not as played as Narset in every format. I want to find room for Ashiok and Kess. Ashiok is crazy graveyard hate.
It's also easy to cast with that mana cost.
So easy.
Yeah, all right, Ashiok's in.
Sick. All right. Well, we hit lands again. Would you like a count? I will also give you a link.
Yes. I gotta look at these mana rocks.
117 cards.
All right.
You have over 20 cards that are CNC. Wow, CC 2 or 3.
Good. Because slap 1 and it costs onto all of those. And that's basically what I'm going to be paying for them.
Oh, really? Deck stats, what the... Oh, I didn't save it yet, that's why. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I have to save the deck before I can share it with anyone because it's not public right now.
Yep.
Deck stats saving. Deck stats saving. All right, so now I can go to share, and now I can get a link for sharing, and then I can copy this link to you in the Discord.
Cool.
Oh, I almost forgot. At some point, I need to copy all my commander decks over to Tapped Out just for 5 seconds, just because of that tool that shows you every token your deck needs is the greatest tool ever.
Oh, yeah, I'm about to buy all the tokens for all my decks pretty soon.
Yeah, I need to do that. So I actually went through and did that, and I missed a few. So I need to... I feel like I want to do that one time.
Yeah,
all right.
Definitely worth.
There is the list. So, wow. Mana is 67% blue. Holy shit.
I'm not even remotely surprised. All right, so here's where we are going
Well, we need
to
to cut 2 lands. I think 38's a fine number.
All right, so first things first, we'll cut one of each non-island basic.
I'm gonna hard disagree. Actually, no, I'm not, because you have Urborg. I keep forgetting you have that. All right, go back to edit deck. Let's cut. So a swamp and a mountain.
And then I was gonna say we might want to put in both of the blue pain lands. So Underground River and Shivan Reef. And I'm curious how to cut properly here.
I think you just cut another
of each basic.
So down to 3 swamps and where's mountains again? 5 mountains. And then put in a, what are they called?
Underground River and Shivan Reef.
I wish I could put in an Underground Sea for you, Friedman. I'm sorry.
Is that what I said out loud?
No. Because I searched Underground, and it's the only 2 cards that come up are Underground Sea and Underground River. It's like the ocean is much better than a river. All right, they're both in. 115 cards. It's actually not terrible of a starting point.
No, it's not, especially because some of these wizards are just not going to make the cut.
Let's start working our way down. I'm just going down alphabetically through the...
Do you think the mana situation's okay right now, or do you think we need to...
Let me reanalyze. 67. Well, now we're up to 45 blue, 24, 25, and 5. I don't think that's actually that bad. I think having almost half of your sources be blue is pretty good.
Yeah, because I think with this deck, it's except for a few cards, I just need to hit 2 blue sources and I'm in the game.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty reasonable with 45% blue sources.
Yeah.
Like, what do you actually have? You have Basics, Blood Crypt, Dragon Skull.
I think Zombie and Arcanus are the only 2 that are like actually have
blue.
3 mana symbols in the card. Then Bedevil and the Grixis Charm.
And
so there's 4 cards in the deck that have 3 mana symbols.
And the only things outside of Basics and Orborg are Blood Crypt and Dragon Skull Summit that make no blue.
Yeah.
And that's it. So I think you're totally fine.
All right, we're sweet.
All right, artifacts: Chromatic Lantern, Commander Sphere, Conjurer's Closet, Signet, Horn, Signet, Panharmonicon, Soul Ring, Talisman, Talisman, Unstable. That's 11 mana rocks.
4, 5. Oh shit, yeah, that's a lot. All right, at least 2 of these are getting cut.
You're correct. Well, actually, no, sorry. There's not 11 mana rocks. There are 9 mana rocks. Because 2 of these are or 3. Jeez. Well, Herald's
1, 2.
Herald's Horn is kind
3.
of.
I don't consider Herald's Horn to be just because the.
Okay, so then 8 mana rocks.
Yeah.
I feel like you could cut 1, but I'm not sure what.
Talisman of Creativity. Or Unstable Obelisk.
I mean, honestly, you're barely more black than red. I was going to say the Obelisk. It's kind of too much mana and too cute.
Yeah.
I mean, it does pay for the Inalla ability, though. I don't know. I think we could leave it, because you also are pretty mana hungry, like we said. Like,
yeah, I do want...
Because, so, if you go to the top and look at the CMC, you got to imagine everything is kicked up by 1. Almost across the board. So that's kind of
a majority
lot.
of, like, if you look at just the creature distribution, I have 9 that are 2, 10 that are 3. So basically it's 9 that are 3
and 10 that are 4. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, so I need to hit that 4 mana because I want to play all those creatures.
I was gonna say everything that's below 4 is pretty fine. So, and that's all your artifacts except for Pan, which is busted.
Yeah, so except for Unstable Obelisk, and Chromatic Lantern. All right, so all the 2 mana ones basically say you can cast your 3 mana wizard on turn 3 and get your copy.
Yes. And same thing for those that say 4. I think that's fine. I think it's fine for now. I think Kindred's Discovery's got to go. It's just so much mana. It's really good, but it's such a win more card.
It's gonna be so long before I have it online. Like I have to land at turn 5 and then start doing shit turn 6.
Yeah, it's just such a. Where the hell is K? Why am I so? There it is. I honestly forgot Kazmina was even the fucking deck. It's been so long since we added her. All right, so that's an enchantment down. Instance, we have 16. Yeah, because I think Curse of Verbosity and Flame Shatter are both really good.
Yeah, they both. More importantly, they can both do something that Flame Shadow may not do right away, but it's so in line with the deck strategy. It's it's a perfect fit.
Yep.
And Curse is just, even if I don't attack this
Curse
turn,
is
someone
cheap.
else might.
Yeah. Plus it incentivizes attacking somebody. So yeah, it's a great political card. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot more fun than Kindred Discovery is.
Yeah.
Which I think is valuable.
How much removal do I have right now?
Bedevil, Counterspell, Cyclonic.
Reality Shift, Terminate. So I have 4 just like destroy creature or deal creature effects.
Silumgar's kind of terminate, yeah.
In terms of artifact removal, I have Vandal Blast and the sorceries. I have Rakdos Charm, Bedevil, 3.
So Freeman, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I did to cut Silumgar's command is that 5 mana leaving up.
It sucks. You want to be doing shit on your turn.
Yeah, you're never doing that in this deck. Like, it just feels like too much.
This is so weird. Like, I'm now at that stage in Commander, like, this costs 5 mana. It's way too expensive for this format.
Well, no, but it's not too expensive for the format, but for this
it's
deck.
This particular deck strategy. Because this isn't a instant speed control deck. There's a lot of just get some value effects.
Like, those are a lot of cool abilities together, but it's just... Like, you're usually bouncing a thing and countering a spell, and Cryptic does that for 1 less.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's just not usually worth... Any other instants or sorceries? I'm debating
on cutting Go for the Throat.
I was just looking at Go for the Throat. I feel like it is actually pretty good removal. Like there really aren't there are artifact creatures, but like
the only time I've ever hated drawing this is in playing in matches where I'm playing against you because you used to have so many
Brea.
Yeah, pretty much that, or when you were playing vehicles for a little bit.
Yeah, for 5 whole seconds when I played Depala. I actually gave those sleeves away to the guy who built a Depala deck in my Fuck. My playgroup. Jeez.
Yeah. Is it
yeah.
worth cutting Brainstorm because I have literally 0 shuffle effect?
Yeah, let's get rid of Brainstorm. It's not worth it.
Yeah, Ponder and Priority are fine to keep in.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Go for the Throat is just really good, easy removal, and you kind of need that here. I'd almost cut.
Yeah.
I feel like Bedevil hits way too many things for 1 more mana to be cut, which is why I run it in Kess. But Go for the Throat is just such a nice, easy removal for so many things in the format. Sorceries.
I think sorceries are fine to keep right now. I want to see if we can cut anything from the creatures that seem out of place.
You currently have 37.
37, that's a hefty number.
We also only cut 3 cards total from all the other categories, so we're at 112
so we need to
right
cut
now.
12. All right. Is Clone Legion the cut?
I
feel like you can win games, though. I don't want to.
Yeah, I feel like that's the one card in the deck that says, I win! Boo! Kasmina and Ashiok. Ashiok is just so good and so easy to cast. And Kasmina really plays with the theme really well.
Kasmina is the deck.
Kasmina is so cute in the deck. It's just such a fun theme. It makes a wizard. It draws a card. It loots. It protects. She protect.
God damn it.
All right, creatures. Freeman, I have bad news.
What?
Maybe Arcanus is too cute.
But it's 3 cards. It feels so good, though. It's probably just going to eat removal the turn it drops, isn't it?
Probably not wrong.
Damn it.
Look, we have to. We have to make cuts. This is why we do this together, because if alone you don't want to do it, but when someone else is there, you have to do it.
I feel like he's so good, though.
Freeman, I get you. Didn't Luigi cut him from his Niv Mizzet deck or something? No, maybe not. I don't remember.
Or didn't I don't know if he did. I don't remember.
Anyway, no, it's too cute. You can't.
Fine.
You know what else is too cute?
Don't you dare point a finger at my girl.
Wait, who? What?
I thought you were about to point at Azami as well.
No. She's fine. I actually like her a lot. I actually like Azami way more than I like Arcanus.
Well, you think the Beguiler of Wills?
You're not there yet. You're a few more.
Necromancer Champion. Deadeye Navigator?
I think it's just way too much mana and way too cute.
Probably.
I think when it's alone, it's going to feel like the fucking worst draw. You'd rather draw like a 2-drop that was like draw a card or something.
Probably.
Like, this is a combo, but you also have like Panharmonicon and stuff for all this. And it's just like we're getting into the territory of too much mana.
Yeah.
Like, we need to just cut the top off.
Because that becomes like a 2 mana every turn you want to be using every turn.
Yeah. Plus, if you want to like make the token, but you probably don't. But then, yeah, you can actually because it's a spirit. But then it's like, oh, this is just an expensive bounce thing, and
you make the token off whatever comes in with it. But
yeah, I think considering how many instants and sorceries you have, I actually don't know if Docent sticks. But you're free to tell me I'm wrong.
So keep in mind, just shy of one. Actually, hold up, I haven't refreshed the page. I was gonna say 1/4 of the deck is instant sorceries.
That's true.
Currently,
that's true.
23 of them. So in general, with him, is you're only gonna really have to cast it like once.
Hopefully.
And then his flip side is a lord.
Yeah, it's true. It's one of the best.
And a good lord because they have flying too.
All right, I
think it's worth it for him.
All right, we'll leave it for now. I will say, I think I was being too cute. I think Ethereum can go.
Yes, it's way too much mana.
I think it's just, again, pulling into that too cute territory where it's awesome, but like this deck is already a million mana and it doesn't work with Inalla.
You're gonna end up. Wait, what do you mean?
Ethereum Horn?
Oh, it's when you cast him. Yeah, if you make a copy,
Cascade is a cast. Who cares about the copy?
Yep, you're right. Do we want to cut one of the Murpho dudes we were talking about?
I was actually going to say I honestly totally believe Harbinger is 10,000 times worse than what the hell is it called?
Merfolk Trickster.
Yeah, I think Merfolk Trickster is 1,000 times better because there's no additional flash costs.
Yeah, it just has it outright. Yeah, we can
Like,
cut
the
hard
bounce
there.
is great, but if your opponent has ETB, that's great, whereas Merfolk Trickster can just kill things. And just totally out of the blue surprise.
Yep.
Plus, it's probably cheaper. Da, 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 da.
Oh, what's the current count at?
108. Cool.
All right,
That's
8
not
more
bad.
cards.
And we're about halfway through creatures, and we could probably find a few more.
Oh man, we didn't even consider that shitty 5-mana wizard that's just, not brainstorm. Or no, we did.
What?
Or was
No,
it?
we didn't.
Ponder?
He's not
What's
yet.
that
He's
new
not
one?
yet.
The
He's not
like
yet.
the Ponder Mage.
Yeah, he's not yet.
Did we? I wasn't sure if we even included him in the first place.
There's Watcher for tomorrow, which is the hideaway one.
Yeah, no, I don't think the other one even showed up on EDA track. This is just not good. He's
Shit,
5
really?
mana.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
right. He's 5 mana what? 5 mana?
Ponder, I think. So it becomes 6 mana Ponder twice.
Was it really? Hold on. Mythic spoiler.
Modern Horizons.
Oh, right. They're doing core set now. They're doing core sets here, not Horizons. Ooh. You know who is a wizard? Bizarre Trade Mage.
Bizarre Trade.
He's the bizarre one.
Draw 2 and discard 3.
No, I don't think you run him, but he's fucking sick. He's actually such a cool card.
You don't want to copy him, but he's a super good body.
If you were going with Inalla Reanimator, you'd run him in a second, but you're not really.
Yeah, I don't have any use for stuff in the yard for the most part.
There he is, Pondering Mage. Yeah, you were totally right. Yeah, we didn't even fucking see him.
Yeah, he didn't even show up in EDA track.
I will say Inalla is pretty popular overall, but how many people built Inalla decks and threw that in there?
Yeah, no one's like updating immediately.
Well, also no, they definitely are, but it's more a question of no one's like, yeah, this is the mage that Inalla needed to cut a good mage for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it quite makes it in a budget Inalla probably, but anyway, Friedman.
Are we cutting the chemister?
Oh hell no! I was gonna say Marchesa.
No, but she's so spicy.
But she's so bad if the throne does nothing. And she's legendary. I just feel like okay. So I ran
you don't
the
play
dethrone.
her for the copy.
No, I know, but you run her for dethrone, and I feel like in Commander, dethrone is actual trash. I have never had faith. I used to run the extra combat step dragon dethrone, and I forget what deck even. Like, dethrone is such an obvious card that an obvious ability of what you're going to do that I just feel like I hate it. I feel like you telegraph so hard, or you just ignore that text.
But here's the thing, though. If I have dethrone, it means people won't attack me because they don't want me to have the lowest life total.
It doesn't care about lowest, it's just the most. It doesn't matter if you're below somebody, it just means whoever has the most.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they don't want my life total lower. They want mine to stay the highest.
I feel like that's never going to be enough. I feel like there's no game where I'm like, well, I can't attack him because he has a dethrone creature and he'll get a 1/1 counter and some other minor ability.
But this allows me to like actually attack into shit with these dinky 2/2 wizards. Otherwise, they, for the most part, don't do anything.
But they don't do anything even with this.
They do. They come back to the battlefield.
Who cares?
What do you, who cares? This is a deck about abusing the ETB triggers.
Yeah, but okay, so you play a wizard. It doesn't have haste. You have the token with haste. Yeah. You attack with dethrone and it gets a 1/1 counter, and then it dies and stays gone.
Yes.
Who's going to let Marchesa stick around as soon as they see that once?
I don't know.
I feel like she's just... I feel like she paints such a huge target on herself and on you. Whereas the dinky wizards don't.
I feel like she only paints a target on her and removes any target that was on me previously.
I feel like as soon as you play that, people are like, well, fucking get him. Because she also... okay, we'll leave her for now. We'll leave her for now. Because you feel strongly about her, so that's a case to leave her for now.
You lose a whole angle of the game without having her in the deck. Like, without it, a lot of these creatures are just tiny.
Yes, that's how they work.
But like, if I just have a bunch of tiny creatures, like, how do I win?
I don't know. That's why you have Clone Legion. Like, that's the problem. That's why I never built this deck. I don't know how
concerned
Inalla
about winning
fucking
now.
wins. All right, I actually think Mercurial Chemister is better than Marchesa. Straight up. But we're not going to cut him. Naban has to stay.
Yeah.
Patron Wizard.
Yes, it gives the wizards that are sitting around not attacking something to be. He himself doesn't play with the copy effect, but he plays with your wizards after they've been
My only
copied.
concern is blue, blue, blue.
I mean, you don't want to play him on turn 3. You want to play him when you already have wizards on the floor.
Yes. Puppeteer Click is too good. Puppeteer Click is actually possibly how you win the game. Like, no fucking joke.
Yeah,
Puppeteer Click
steal
is like a
something.
win con.
Yeah.
Sage of Fables is too good. Yeah. Seagate Oracle, yeah.
It's basically what
Shadow
I wish
Mage
the
we
Prodigy
cut.
was.
Shadow Mage we cut now.
Yes, because he's not good.
We also need to get a few more gone. We are down to 107.
All right.
What does Spellseeker actually get? Now I'm curious.
See 2 or less. It's going to get
Counterspell,
Conduct, Preordain,
Cyclonic.
Vandal Blast, Swan Song,
Go for the throat.
Brainstorm.
Narcissist Reversal, Negate.
Counterspell, Cyclonic.
Yeah,
Rift, go for
Spellseeker's
the throat.
fine. There's enough. There's enough there.
There's only like, hold on, 1, 2, 3. There's only like 7 of the 24. 7 of the 23 can't be found.
But they're so good. Oh no, can't be
What?
found. Yeah. No, I
Can't be-
agree.
I'm saying there's a ton of targets,
Yeah.
so I think it's good.
Almost every spell is findable. Yeah, I think it's fine. Also, don't forget you're still on 23, but there's actually less instances in sorceries now.
But
it's like so.
Are you able to refresh it just so I can see it?
Let me analyze and save since we're
It's
so close.
It's messing up my.
It's fine. Yeah.
It's messing up my combat math here.
Yep. Let's save it again and send another link again.
Oh, every time you send a link, it sends a specific version of it.
Only because it's private.
Oh, okay.
If I had it as a public deck, actually maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I have no idea. This link didn't update. Oh, whatever. We'll see if it works.
Yes, now it's different.
Okay. I don't know if refreshing the page works.
It did too.
Okay. Well, whatever. Never mind. I guess you can just refresh
so
it
now
after I
there's
save
24 instances and sorceries. Wait, did we go up?
What?
Oh no, I can't count. There's 21. Okay, no, we're good. So 7 cards.
My commander group is now popping off, texting about the new commanders from all the spoilers. Alrighty, anyway.
Does Vidalcan Aether Mage get cut just because it's
Nope.
3 mana wizard cycling?
Tutor
Or is
any
that
wizard?
good to have that I can search
Tutor
for him?
any wizard. It's the only
like,
tutor in the deck, and it only
I
tutors
know.
wizards. Like,
how
if,
many of
okay,
my
Freeman,
wizards end up
Freeman,
being, like,
if you're going to say that Marchesa is how your deck wins, then you need a way to get Marchesa.
Motherfucker, fine, it stays. Okay.
Well, no, but that seems like a fair comparison. Like, if you're gonna,
Yeah.
if that's how it wins, I think Sower is way too good.
I
Sower
wouldn't
is
cut that.
What?
I would not cut that.
Oh, okay. I think
Teferi?
Teferi almost seems too cute. But he's so good. He has
He
so
stopped-
much
like-
text.
Like, I'm not really that concerned about instant speed spells.
So it's more giving your creatures flash, and why do your
It's more
creatures
of a
need flash?
And the
They
thing is,
don't.
usually I want them to not have flash because I'm going to try and attack with the
That's rather
token.
True. All right, Teferi's gone.
Or but then you can block with
Nope,
the
it's gone
tokens.
already. It's gone already.
All right.
Watcher for tomorrow is so much too good. It's not even getting cut.
Is Time Stream Navigator too cute?
Not at all, dude. I think that's super on the money. Like, late game, I think that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, anytime you can activate this with haste. I mean, it's basically a slightly more expensive take an extra turn, but you get a second one.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if you had a time spell, like an extra turn spell that said rebound. That's basically what this is, and that would cost at least 8 mana.
Yeah. You know what? Fine. Cut Marchesa.
No, seriously. Okay.
No. I'm saying do it. So I was looking Conjurer's Claws. I'm like, yeah, you get that guaranteed flicker, and I was like, you know what? Marchesa doesn't get a guaranteed flicker. It's a lot of hoops to jump through to get it.
Okay.
But mostly, I want to keep Conjurer's Claws. That is the reason I'm willing to cut Marchesa for it.
That's very reasonable. Well, I just said we need the Vidalkin. Do you think that it's worth tutoring up any of these wizards? Because I think some of these wizards are really good, and I still think Aether Mage has a case. Like, I feel like late game Aether Mage getting like Wanderwine Prophets or something like Time Stream Navigator for extra turns is really good.
The problem is I feel like I'm not going to be able to know which card I'm trying to grab until I play this deck at least once.
Yeah, but there's so many. Like, you have Counterspell Wizards, you have Draw Card Wizards.
You
like,
can always
there's
just
so many options.
You always just find Tyler just hanging out in our channel.
Tyler's in the chat.
Our second guest
Second guest for this fucking...
Hey, man, I wasn't going to say anything, okay?
It's fine.
It's cool.
We're going to get... Look,
we're
Tyler,
so close to finishing
we're like 10 minutes from being done, and then we'll play video games with you and Aiden. That was our plan anyway, because Aiden popped in earlier.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you.
Got out of work early.
Tyler, we're only going to be 10 minutes, I promise.
Not even.
Not even.
It's 6...
We're down to 105 cards in Freeman's deck. All we got to do is cut 5 cards
all
and we're
you
done.
listeners that didn't watch the TNT, that watched TNT podcast, I'm watching Konosuba.
Hell
That's
yeah.
Weave shit.
Real men of culture.
Yeah, bye.
All right, cool. Back to business.
All right, here's what we're going to do.
Okay, tell me.
I think we're going to cut 1 land and bring it down to 37.
I like your bravery, and that's what we're going to do. I think...
We have enough rocks to hit the curve, but...
I think... like, I don't want to cut... You know what you cut, maybe? No, that feels so bad. You know what you cut?
What?
Panorama.
Panorama.
It's just a colorless land. It's basically like a slow evolving wilds in my mind.
I know, but if you're actually fucked on turn 2, like outside of the...
I think you'd always prefer to see a basic. I think you'd always rather see a basic. And your deck needs a lot of colored mana, and like you really can't afford to run that much colorless land. Like, you have Riptide Laboratory and Reliquary Tower already, and honestly, that's scary.
I'm almost at the point where I'm going to say cut Reliquary Tower over Panorama.
Okay, I can get behind that.
I think the fixing is more important than the hand
I can
size.
totally get behind that. I mean, we just had that conversation earlier, so
yeah.
It's gone. All right, 104. Deep cuts time. Here, I'm going to save it, and then you can refresh and see the final list. Save deck.
All right, hold on. What's my counterspell? So we have Wizard's Retort for anything, counterspell for... Then we have...
All right, you should be able to refresh.
Okay.
All right, you have counterspell,
Wizard's
negate,
Retort, which is...
Wizard's Retort, Swan Song. All the wizards that have counters built in.
Narcissus Reversal, I have the sack one to
Narcissus
counter.
Reversal doesn't... I mean, Narcissus Reversal is kind of a counterspell, you're right.
It's only instants of sorceries. I'm debating on cutting Swan Song.
Why?
The question is, do I need all these counters?
That's fair.
And of these, I feel like Swan Song is the least impactful. Like, Negate hits more than Swan Song does. Narcissus Reversal
What does Negate hit that Swan Song doesn't, though? It hits artifacts and planeswalkers.
Yes.
Do you think that's worth the mana? I mean, that's why I run Negate over Swan Song, but it's up to you. You like Swan Song more than I do.
There's so many times I go to cast Swan Song against a planeswalker.
And you're like, oh, fuck. Okay, that's fair. Swan Song's gone. Bazinga, 103. Why did I say Bazinga? I don't even watch that fucking show, even though it's over. Maybe it's time to get rid of the obelisk.
Without it, what's our ramp count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're at 37. Yeah, we can cut the obelisk.
You have a lot of draw, so you'll find lands, I think.
Probably.
I'd like to think. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? This deck's gonna change. This is first draft. It almost 10 cards are usually going to be changed.
Look, you just got to hit that dream of hitting Watcher for tomorrow on 3.
I mean, hell yeah, dude. That's fucking great. The fact that that card is 2 mana is so stupid. Like, actually.
Yeah.
It's fucking dumb. You know, I should just make this full screen. I'm not an EDH rec anymore. Oh my god, 2 cards? What do we even fucking do? Oh.
See, I hate Bloodline Necromancer, but I know he's going to be a good...
I strongly think so.
I know he's going to get...
I think Void Mage Prodigy is too much. I think,
think
double blue into holding up double blue to sack a wizard for a counterspell is kind of a lot. And you're not really Reanimator, so you don't really care about sending wizards to the yard.
No, I'm actually throwing them away to counter spells.
Okay.
I feel like that's strong, though, because you can stop someone from winning, but I get what you're saying.
No, it's fair. We can find something else, I think. God. I keep looking at Mercurial. He's just so fat for what he does. Like, how many wizards are 5 drops or more? Wanderwine, 1. Puppeteer, 2.
Azami, Beguiler, Direfleet.
Docent isn't a wizard.
Docent.
Direfleet 4, and Zombie 5, and Beguiler 6. And I think out of all, and Bloodline 7. I think out of all of those, the worst is probably Chemister.
He's probably fine to cut.
I know you don't want to. I don't want to. Like I said, he's the card that goes at the start of every deck that has Izzet colors. You start with him in, and then you kind of usually cut him.
Yeah.
All right, we literally need to find 1 cut. Oh no. Oh, Friedman.
I'm looking at Sage of Fables and debating on whether it's worth it.
Oh, I think that's far more worth it than what I'm looking at. Sage of Fables is actually, like, better Marchesa in my mind. I'm looking at Kesmina. I know you want her in there because she's the deck, but
her,
like
her actual wizards don't do anything.
The token does nothing. The looting is kind of whatever. And honestly, how much targeted removal are you really fucking worried about in Commander? Like, I run a lot,
especially considering Inalla doesn't even need to hit the battlefield.
Nope,
not a lot.
Like, who cares if your wizards die? You care more about your other pieces dying.
Like the home for her deck.
So
sucks.
You're right, but if you look at, like, you have 30 creatures. How many of those do you care if they die? Like 1. How many planeswalkers do you have that you care if they die? Well, you only also have Ashiok, who's way better than Kesmina. Like, I'm really sorry, Freeman, but I think she's just she's
the whole reason I built this deck.
I know. I understand, but fuck, it sucks. Like, I genuinely look at any other card in this list and tell me Kesmina is better than that card for this entire deck all the time. Like, almost every other card is just better.
Maybe cut Notion Rain.
For Kesmina?
I know, I'm pulling at threads here.
I mean, if okay, it's your deck. If you think that's the case, then okay, but it's just such a nothing burger. Honestly, I'd be more scared of a Notion Rain getting cast than in a Kesmina, and maybe that's what you're going for. It does make a 4 power of beaters.
I know.
It's just.
I know she's not good. Fine.
Freeman, if you want to keep her, we'll cut Notion Rain.
No, she's gone. We're done.
I'm sorry, Freeman.
Now I'm not even gonna build this deck, so I can't put her in it.
Oh my God. I mean, like I said, we can put it. I shouldn't have said anything. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. She's gone.
I ruined your deck building because I mentioned it. You weren't even thinking about Kesmina,
no,
were you?
I need to cancel that order on my Japanese Kesmina real quick.
No, get it.
No, I'm joking. Okay, I didn't
good.
even order. No, we can cut her.
Alrighty, I think we're gonna end it here. What? No, go ahead.
I was about to say, are there any other 3-mana sources that are better than Notion Rain in the history of Magic that fit this spot? Like, what's that one?
Oh, probably.
It's like black 2, and it's like draw X cards, lose X life, where X is the number of colors of mana spent.
I honestly hate that card. I think scrying 2, or in this case surveilling 2, is better than drawing 1 card.
Yeah.
Painful Truths is what you're thinking of. That's
Yes.
a lot more color intensive, although this is also a red away from being the same card. But I honestly, as someone who plays Read the Bones in a 3-color deck, I actually prefer scrying 2 over drawing 1 more card.
Yeah, because you get the better quality.
Yep. I think getting 2 better quality cards is always better than a third bad card. Like if you in worst case scenario, you draw 1 less insanely good card, but you probably are going to draw it next turn anyway. Or in worst case scenario, you draw 3 trash cards, or you throw away 2 trash cards and draw 1 trash card and potentially a really good card.
Yeah, the argument is always how deep you dig. Because someone once told me, like, if you draw 3 crap cards, congrats, it's 3 crap cards you're not drawing for the next 3 turns.
Yeah, but then if you throw away those crap cards and draw 2, you've dug a card deeper.
Yes, you can end up digging 4 instead of 3.
I know this is a tale as old as time. Ever since Painful Truths came out, it was Read the Bones versus Painful Truths.
Yeah.
And Notion Rain is just Read the Bones with a blue tacked on, but you surveil instead of... And surveil, honestly, isn't totally nothing in this deck, considering you do have Cauldron Dance.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 1 card, but whatever.
Yeah.
All right, I think we got it. I think this is where
cool.
you start. I think we might also... Well, I don't know. I was going to say we tested on Cockatrice at some point, but 1v1 Commander is always way, way not a good way to tell how good a Commander deck is.
All right, let me export this list. I do not have access to this page. I can't export this list. All right, cool.
Export it as what? I'll do it for you.
I was doing... Oh, we can do this after you're done.
All right. Well,
recording.
Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you stuck around for this, instead of the podcast, this deck building experiment, but it was a lot of fun. And maybe next time we'll actually finally get to figure out what the fuck I'm building next, because that was.
And then whatever Tim builds, we'll have it go right up against this jank ass Wizards deck in a 1v1.
Ooh, I just took a starting hand with this deck, and the only land was Path of Ancestry. That's no good.
Oh, no.
Alrighty. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. My name is Timpedia.
I'm Friedman.
And we'll catch you guys next time with Command Me.